Here's the new VR games coming to you in June. Up first on June the 6th, we have Silent Slayer, Vault of the Vampire. This is from Schell Games, which are the same guys that brought you the I Expect You to Die series and Among Us in VR. But here they debut into something just a little bit more spooky. Now that we've seen the gameplay and dev trailer, we understand that the core mechanics of the game. Essentially, you're in a spooky castle and it's your job to take down sleeping vampires. Now this will be broken into two parts, where first you have to learn about the vampire, the different bind spells, gather your equipment and create unique artifacts. And then you move on to the next part, which is actually killing the vampire. Now this might be something like cutting tripwire, all while being incredibly stealthy without making any wrong moves. So at its core, it is very much a puzzle game, and if you're a fan of Schell Games' other titles and you don't mind a bit of a jump scare, then I'm sure this will be right up your alley. Now I got the next one wrong last month, but we do have an official release date on EXOcars coming to PCVR on the 13th of June with an official launch trailer. Now this game supports multiplayer, car customization, and a load of different race modes. So if sim racing or rally cars sound cool to you, then this looks like a good one to add to the wish list. And I'm definitely eager to give this a try with my force feedback wheel. Also on the 13th of June, we have Neon Squad Tactics, which is a tactical turn-based VR game developed by Tin Man Games. Basically here you'll be chilling out in a pub, but at the same time projecting your consciousness to a team of skilled heroes known as the Neon Squad. You'll be securing valuable resources and credits, essential for recruiting new squad members and crafting weaponry and cybernetic enhancements. You can explore and fight through 31 playfields and 3 different biomes. So at first glance, it kind of reminds me of Damio, but cyberpunk theme. June 13 must be something special because we have our third game releasing on Quest and PCVR, and it's called Taskmaster VR. It's from the very popular TV game show called Taskmaster. Now I am a big fan of Greg Davies, he was so funny in the In-Betweeners, so maybe I'll have to both start playing and watching more Taskmaster. Premise of the game is simple. You'll be given a number of challenging, extraordinary tasks and charged with their completion by any means you see fit. Your efforts will then be judged by the Taskmaster, and in their words, earning you sweet, delicious, and completely arbitrary points. Now, all of Taskmaster's VR tasks are designed exclusively for the game, so you'll need to expect the unexpected and be ready for everything. Now, my personal hope is that all of this is voice acted by Greg and Alex, and I think it will be a great time. Another racing game, but this time just for Quest users. Downtown is coming out one day later by Commuted Games and promises some intense hatchback racing action. Now they're going with a phased approach launch, so on launch you'll have access to 3 different hatchbacks, each with sport or standard mode, and you'll have 4 modes available, which are events, custom races, time attacks, and free play. And then later down the line, we will receive some free updates that will include online multiplayer, new cars, and maps. And we're at the halfway point, and what have I been playing this month? Now, I can't show you any gameplay footage just yet, but I've been diving headfirst into Mud Runner VR over the past few days. Now, this comes out officially on the 30th of May, and I'll have a full video of that up next, so if you want to see that, be sure to subscribe. I've also been trying out a new VR yoga game called Recharge. Now, my flexibility and mobility gains have been very slow, but I'm hoping this might give me the edge. And like everyone else, I've had a bit of fun with Blacktop Hoops VR, which is by far the best VR basketball experience I have ever played. And they definitely had some pretty stiff competition. Back to the main event. Then we have Masternoid coming to PCVR sometime in June. Now, not exactly a massive game, but it was pretty well received on both PSVR2 and Quest platforms last year. Now, Masternoid is a pure arcade brick breaker reimagined for the age of VR. Here you'll have to master the art of destruction, make good use of your trusted energy blaster, and skillfully juggle and control ultrasonic balls with finesse and precision. With 50 levels to get through, you can prove your worth as an arcade legend, ascending the leaderboards and leaving a mark on the world, or the virtual world anyway. It has an adaptive and original soundtrack perfectly tuned to harmonize with your every move. And Retropolis 2 is coming to PSVR2. Last month we already covered this with its App Lab graduation to the main Quest store, but in case you missed it, this is a VR adventure developed by the team at Peanut Butter, where you take on the role of a robot detection, Philip Log, on the search for Jenny Montage. Everything in this game is hand painted by the team, and they have a couple of new additions like extendo arms, where the player is able to collect items from afar, use them to overcome obstacles, and move the plot forward. On top of that, the game has extended puzzles, new rotation mechanics, and movement between different environments, offering a more challenging adventure with substantially longer playtime, as that was one of the main drawbacks from the first game. And then we have Rocking Legend on PCVR, which is apparently leaving early access next month after almost 4 years. Now this is basically your Guitar Hero but in VR, and they even have a free demo for you to try right now, so why not? Now finally we have the last game, VRIDER on Quest. Now I just need to preface this by I couldn't find this 100% confirmed by the developer for a full release in June, but Upload VR does have it pegged as June. This is already available on the App Lab with many positive reviews and some claiming it is the best VR motorcycle game out there. Full release will finally enable multiplayer, which I'm sure many of the die-hard motorheads are keen to get their hands on. And if it's not June, it's confirmed for summer, so if you're keen on multiplayer racing games, get this on your wish list. That's all for now, thanks for watching, bye.